Oh, hello there. It looks like we are live. And welcome to another Topic Tuesday. Today is April 27th, I believe. Today we will be here from 2 until 3 Eastern. At 3 o'clock, we will go directly to see Brenda, the newbie crocheter, and we will raid her 3 o'clock live. She's always lots of fun, and she's a perfectly lovely person. And I will post a link to her room before we go over there. Excuse me. I'm a little tired. I haven't been sleeping all that well. So who all is here? Oh my goodness gracious. Hello, Mark. Yes. Good afternoon to everybody. I'm glad to see people here. While we are still gathering, I will just run through a few housekeeping things. One is my weekly schedule, and that is on Tuesdays. I have Topic Tuesdays, where we are now at 2 o'clock. Wednesdays, I have Wednesday Free for All, which is at 6 o'clock Eastern, right after Granny D, who just joined the room. Hey, Granny. Thursdays, I have Thwip Thursdays, and I've just started going live with those. Those are going to be 4:30 Eastern on Thursdays. Fridays, I post recorded tutorials. Saturdays, I have recorded shout-out Saturdays. Sundays, I have recorded Sunday readings. Mondays, I have recorded shorts, just short videos that are usually just very, very brief tutorials on something very quick. And then here we are back at Tuesdays. So, and it looks like we are gathering a crowd, and I'm glad to see that. Hello, everybody. Tell me all, how are you doing and what's going on? What's, the standard questions, what's on your hook, what's in your cup, all that sort of thing. And I'm just going to refresh my soda right here as we go. Melissa's Net and Crochet Spot. I don't believe I know you, but I'm glad to see you. Have I seen you before, Melissa? Not sure. Let's see, who else do we have? Gina, glad to see you, Gina. Hey, Catherine, glad to see you. Who else do we have? Yes, Granity, I think it's a pretty good schedule. It's a good balance between lives and recorded videos. I enjoy doing the lives, but it does take a bit of energy. I have seen in my analytics, although I haven't looked in the past week or so, but in my analytics, I tend to get more residual watch hours for my lives, or perhaps total watch hours overall in my lives than I do with the recorded videos. Perhaps residual and total might be the same. But anyway, yeah. So the live stream Thwip Thursdays started out as an experiment. I believe last week I had a lot of trouble mechanically because I had some problems with my computer, and I thought it would be a good idea to reboot. And then I remembered the password that I needed to get back into my computer operating system required some keys that stick and don't work. But fortunately, I'm still on very good terms with my ex, who works for Apple, and he suggested a solution that worked. Oh, excuse me. Oh, I was actually napping until just before I came on here, so that's why I might seem a little tired here. Oh, hi, Fiber Spider. I'm really glad to see you. And who else? Let's see. Melissa. I try to watch as many lives as I can, but sometimes I can't. Well, we all get busy. We all have lives. I mean, for me, I've been trying to make this my job for a while, but it really does take a while to build up something. So you have to take a break. Oh, excuse me. Hopeful Crafts. Hi, Hopeful Crafts. Hi, Pat Dancer. I hope I haven't missed anybody who's coming in. Okay, anyway, let's see. I was just talking about... Oh, Mark just had a bit of a nap too. Oh, yes, Mark, I agree. Oh. Staying in and having limited social contact really just saps your energy. Hey, Roseanne Lalande. Hey, Nixie Pixie. Oh, Fiber, you're getting your first vaccine shot. I had my first last week. I get my second next week. So, I mean, as far as side effects go, I was early for the appointment for my first, so I really felt worse about having too much lunch because I had time to kill than about any other physical side effects, because I ate too much because I was bored. That has nothing to do with the vaccine. Now, as far as the second one, who knows? You hear all different kinds of stories. And I haven't yet heard a story that is worse than actually having the illness. There you go. Granny D says, I'm getting ready to check my box at the PO. And I have a couple of packages I need to send out. So I'll bring you along so I can continue to listen. Just a hop, skip, and a jump to the PO. Oh my goodness. Every time you say something like that, Granny D, I try to remember exactly where it is you are. Oh! Excuse me. Because I don't know if everybody knows this, but Granny D and I both went to Pfeiffer College, dear Pfeiffer College, in Meisenheimer, North Carolina. Now it's called Pfeiffer University. Who the hell knows why? But Pfeiffer is between Charlotte and Raleigh, and is between Salisbury and Albemarle. And she lives in a rural area that is between Salisbury and Concord, I believe. And I'm not quite sure exactly where it is. But the funny thing is, we went there at the same time. We even had friends in common, but neither of us remembers the other one from college days. I've even shown her pictures on Facebook of me from college days. She's probably, I don't know, I've seen a few pictures of her from those days. But anyway, we have friends in common, but we don't remember each other from those days. We were both probably too drunk at the time. Speaking of which. Who else is here? Oh, Fiber, are you leaving us? I know that you have a work schedule, and I don't recall exactly when you have to leave us, but Fiber, you are always welcome, and you know that, of course. Okay. Mark is saying he has another provincial lockdown until May 20th. Oh dear. Long lines at the pharmacies for the vaccines. Oh, I don't know. Oh, the Fauci ouchie. I sort of think Dr. Fauci is pretty cute. I would take any ouchie he offers me. But I didn't say that. Let's see, what else we have going on? Yep, party days. Yeah. Let's see. Anyway, let's get on to our topic today, which is, where do you draw the line? We're all perfectionists in our own way. And I myself have many times said I cannot let this leave my hands in this state. I have to fix that. I cannot give it away. I cannot sell it. I cannot donate it in that condition. And then I have turned around and said, well, the crochet police are not going to come and get me if I let that one go. And, small children won't die if that one, So it's where do you draw the line? For me, there really is no one consistent place. Oh, Gail, you're in upstate South Carolina. Where are you? I'm in Wilmington, North Carolina. Hey, Catherine Sackett. Let's see. So where do you draw the line between perfectionism and just letting it go? I recall, I love this story because of the man involved. My college choir director, who was like a father to me. We would be doing like vocal warm-ups at the beginning of a rehearsal, and he would say, we would be doing ear training, tuning things, or we would be tuning to start rehearsing a particular piece of music, and he would say, well, close enough for jazz. Jazz musicians I have met in the past would really hate to hear that. And in fact, after that particular school, I did go to a school which was highly renowned for its jazz program. And I have met some very, very fine jazz musicians. And I know that they have very, very finely tuned ears. But still, it's a cute anecdote, nonetheless. My choir director used to say, close enough for jazz. And in other settings, he would say, close enough for government work. Or, that's okay. So where do you draw the line? And is there a different line for a gift, or for a piece that you're going to sell, or for a piece that you're going to donate? And in fact, if there's a piece that you decide is not good enough to sell, do you then decide it's good enough to donate? Let's talk about this. Let me see. Boiling Springs, North Carolina. Is that like northwest of Charlotte? I don't remember exactly. Oh yes, Ontario. Hi, Mark. I've always tended to be a perfectionist too. Yes, exactly, Mark. We do sometimes allow that as a reason for perfectionism. And goodness knows I am very good at that, being a perfectionist and being a procrastinator. Nixie Pexy says, if my work is visibly wrong, I will redo it until it isn't. If I can get away with adding in where it doesn't show, I will do that. Exactly, Nixie Pixie. If I think no one else will notice, then more often than not, I will let it go. Oh, Melissa's Knit and Crochet says it's 80 degrees there in Georgia. I have not been outside the house today. I have not looked at the temperature, but looking out the window, it looks pretty. Blind Stitches. Hi, David. What did I miss? Blind Stitches, we were just discussing where do you draw the line? Where do you draw the line between, okay, it's good enough, or no, it's not perfect enough to release? And does the recipient make a difference in where that line is drawn? I will do that, Mark. Yes. Yes. Mark is saying he enjoys my poetry readings, which I do every Sunday. At the top of the hour, I did mention all of my weekly scheduled videos, including a Sunday reading of poetry. Gail says, Spartanburg, Greenville. Oh, I love that part of the state. Oh my goodness. I come from the Charlotte area, the Piedmont area. Do you know, Mark? I agree. Mark says that he's very much a perfectionist with his writing, and he will go back to correct it again and again. Now, Mark, do you do writing that is just for your own purposes that nobody ever sees, and then separate writing that potentially is for other people? Where possibly you could transfer writing from your own personal use into the blog, if you will, for other people, but the stuff that is personal in, say, a daily journal or diary is not intended for other people, but it's just for yourself. I'm interested in that because I have felt the value of that and have wanted to do that, but just haven't. Now, I have looked at my own writing, and I'm pretty good as a writer. I mean, I say that. I'm very good at self-deprecatory, at just knocking myself down, but I'm a good writer. And a lot of that really does come from self-expression that just needed to get out of my soul. And I don't have a regular daily thing. And I know that's a self-care thing, one of many self-care things that I don't do that would benefit me, but I don't. So that's my question. Oh, hi. Gina says, good enough stays here and gets frogged. Mm-hmm. I have a number of things that need to get frogged that I just haven't yet because I sort of I sewed in the loose ends to, well, Maria Elena Valdivia says, I like things to be done correctly. If I keep looking at the mistakes, I go back and fix it. If it doesn't bother me, I'll keep working on. Yes, exactly. Mark says he should be thinking of the readers always, or are there times when you write for self-expression and then other times when you write for the readers? That was my question. Blind Stitches says, for me, because I'm blind, sometimes I don't like my mistakes. They bother me because I look at it as is. My stitches are just unique. Oh, hi, Liz. Glad to see you. I understand that, that Mark. Mark says he wants to publish more, but there's a lot involved in personal investment as well as quite often a financial investment. Anyway. So I have had many times when I have frogged many, many, many rows because I could see the error. And if I could see the error, then I knew other people could. There was one piece that I did where there was an alternation between two different hook sizes, and it was just like a half a millimeter difference in the hook sizes. But after about 10 rows, I could see where I had neglected to change hook sizes and the difference that it made. And it drove me crazy. I could not go on. I had a frog. And for anyone who is not familiar with the term frogging, that's when you rip things out, because when you rip the when you pull the yarn out, you ribbit. Hello, Jane. I'm really glad to see you. Let's see. Okay. Oh, Nightbot is working overtime today, and I'm really glad of that. I'm very glad to see that. And Mark, you are in Nightbot, your Amazon link. But also other Patreon sponsors. I would remind you, I do have a Patreon. I have a CashApp. Both of those links they should be in the description. If they're not in the description now, then when we are done here, I will edit the description to make sure they are included. I am not monetized yet, so I cannot have memberships. I cannot have, what does it call it, a super chat. But I have CashApp and I have Patreon. With Patreon, there's only one level of membership, and it is the lowest dollar level that Patreon recommends. And there are benefits there that include a weekly members live chat, which one of these days I will actually make it work correctly, technically, and other things. The idea there is to build a supporter community. I have had some perfectly wonderful gifts from people via super chat, and other people have sent me things completely out of the blue because, as you know, in my description, I do not ask. In fact, I say, don't send me gifts unless they're winning lotto tickets. So, not long ago, somebody sent me a little bit of yarn and 5 scratch-off tickets from her state. And I thought that was the most fun. Not a one of the tickets got me anything. But still, it was fun. I scratched them all off in a live stream, and that was even more fun. Um, but I was just saying that I don't even know how I got off on that topic. But in any case, what do we have here? Oh, naughty knitting sacks. I'm not sure I've met you before, but welcome in. Mark is saying that he enjoys the freedom of self-expression, but worries about writing without thinking of readers. I think it's two different endeavors, but I don't know. I don't write enough myself, and I should write more, I realize. Nixie Pixie says to write, when you write, be true to who you are. Gosh, that's easy to say, isn't it? Oh, hey, Kim, the crafty elephant lady. Glad to see you. Let's see, Mark. Granny D says you missed greeting whilst at the PO. Oh, you're going to Hobby Lobby. I hope you find some good deals there and some fun stuff. So we love Granny D. Granny D can do no wrong. Granny D is on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 5. On Wednesday, I follow her immediately at 6, and she very kindly sends her crowd over to see me, which is lovely, and I get some watch hours out of it. And Wednesdays, we don't really have a theme. I call it a Wednesday free-for-all, because that's pretty much what it is. Today is a Topic Tuesday, which is another live stream, and we also, although we always start off with a topic, we don't always end up with the same topic. On Thursday, I've started doing my Thwip Thursdays live. I started doing Thwip Thursdays because I never could get around to doing a Whip Wednesday. So I recorded Thwip Thursdays, and there have been times when I have recorded for Whip Fridays. There have been times when I haven't done anything at all. But nowadays, we're doing Thwip Thursdays live on Thursday at 4:30 Eastern, just for an hour. And then I have recorded videos every other day. Friday tutorials, Saturday shout outs, Sunday readings, Monday shorts. And there we go. Oh, people are saying very nice things. Oh, Gina Burnett says, I write every day. And some days all I write is, I don't feel like writing today. That would work for me. And Nixie Pixie says, it's worth what you get paid for it. You do what works best for you. I would agree. I would agree. I would agree. I used to get paid for doing articles in some opera magazines. I would do interviews, mostly was interviews with some famous singers. But you know what? I never got paid what all of my time was worth. Sometimes I would record an interview and then I would have to either spend hours transcribing that interview myself and then editing it down to um, an article, or I would have to pay someone else to transcribe it and then edit it down to an article. And finally, I decided I don't need to do that anymore. You know, it's maybe 3 times a year. If I'm lucky, I would get an article and I would get maybe $60 out of it. And you know what? $180 less per year is not gonna hurt me that much. It's true. I don't make any money now, and I'm living off some very, very meager savings, hoping to get some benefits that might come or might not come. But that $180 a year is just not worth it. I would rather spend all of that time crocheting and creating something beautiful. Now, when I write, I can create beauty with my words. I know that. And I have had really great affirmation of that. But it's not the same. It's not $180 a year worth to just put up with a bunch of crap. So, at one time I did dream of being a journalist. I did dream of doing PR, which is actually being a journalist on the other side. You just write what you want the media to say on your behalf, and you send it to them and say, hey, here's a press release. And I was good at that, and I could have made a living at that, but those days are gone. I am almost retirement age, and every career that is behind me is truly behind me. And right now, I'm about creating beauty. And I really don't have any more to say about that. So what am I missing in the comments? Welcome, Ashley. I missed an Ashley who came in. Literary artists as well do not exactly get paid handsomely. Exactly. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff there. Ashley, oh, it's your first time with us, Ashley. I hope I haven't turned you off by that little monologue I went into. Mark, you're hearing a gushing of water sound. It's probably the fan is running on my computer. I'm using the microphone that's built into my computer. I don't have another microphone. I do. I'm just not convinced that it works. There it is. I'm just not convinced that it works, or that when I plug it in, I know how to make it work. But you know what? It is what it is. I'm limited by my audiovisual equipment. And you know what? If that's your highest priority, I'm not saying that about you, Mark. I'm saying that about anyone in general. If AV quality is your highest priority, then this is not the channel for you. Because I haven't been doing this very long. I'm still learning about a lot of this crap. And I don't have a lot of patience for some of the snarky comments that I have gotten in the past. And again, Mark, this is not about you, because that was just an observation, and I understand that. Oh, Gina is saying that we're missing some thumbs. Thumbs are a good thing. It looks like we have 18 people here and 17 thumbs, which is not a bad thing. Maybe it went away when I leaned in and just spoke up a little more, because I do speak softly. I tell people that I speak softly and carry a big crochet hook. Because that's who I am. I've always spoken softly. I've always had a soft-spoken voice. Except for when I sing. And I'm not going to sing for you unless you pay me. Pay me, please. Maybe. We'll see. Maybe. I was actually thinking about starting out my Wednesday free-for-alls as people were gathering with a little song or something. Oh, hey, Trisha. Glad to see you. Most of you know Dana, Triple C, and her husband Joe's bowling and sports. They had a birthday celebration for Joe recently, and I sang a little ditty for him. And even though I messed it up, I hope it went over well. Occasionally I will sing a little something. So, let us see. Okay. Now I have that microphone sitting over on the side. I have to wait until this live stream is over to really experiment with it, because I don't want to victimize you people with it. But as long as you can hear me and you can see me, and we're fine, because it was last Tuesday, I believe it was, when there was no sound at all and nobody could hear me. And we actually had a pretty darn good time with nothing but typed chat. And that was fun once people understood what was going on. But afterward, I got so many comments. I can't hear you. I can't hear you. There's no sound. There's no sound. And I'm going, well, stick with it a little while and you'll figure out what's going on. But I sometimes get impatient with people. I'm sure I'm the only one in the world who does that. But, what's going on here? Okay, let's get back to our topic. We are at about 38 minutes in. So our topic today is, where do you draw the line? What is good enough to release to people and what isn't? Where do you say, I cannot let other people see this? And where do you say, oh, it's okay. It's close enough. And does the intended recipient make a difference in that decision? So that was our intended discussion today. Oh, hi, Whisper. I'm glad to see you. Yes, we love Whisper. She is a perfectly wonderful lady. And actually, she had some videos earlier today. I would encourage you to go and look at Whisper, at her links, because she has some hand-dyed yarn that is available for sale. And Whisper, if you want to drop a link, please do. Hi, Linda. I'm glad to see you. Linda is a friend from England. And first, I am a huge Anglophile, and second, I adore Linda because she's just a wonderful lady. So I would encourage people also to go and look at Linda's channel. She has lives. Is it on Wednesdays, Linda? I can't remember correctly. I have a mind like a sieve. A really cute sieve, but it's a sieve nonetheless. Oh, Linda, you're playing. Linda, is today the day that we do each other? Let me check my book. Linda and I are both involved in a membership program where we play each other's playlists. Oh, well, thank you, Linda. Even though it's not our day to play each other, unless I made a mistake here. But thank you for playing my playlists. Ah. Oh, I get mixed up. I have this planner that has been so incredibly useful. I picked this up. I wish I had picked up two. I picked this up for like $2.88 from Walmart. It's not like a January to December calendar. It starts wherever you want it to start. So I made it start with April, and then May, and then June, because there are little decals at the front where you can make it do things. And this is where I have my schedule of all the people I'm supposed to be following because of this playlist buddy thing that we're involved with. And then over here on the left is a list of everything I try to do. That was before I realized that there are these weekly things. So we're almost at the end of April. Today is, I believe it's the 27th. Okay, let's just check off Topic Tuesday. I have to record Saturday's Shout Out Saturday today, or at least that's my plan. I have to figure out what I'm going to do for tomorrow's free-for-all. I have to figure out what I'm going to do for Thursday's Thwip Thursday. My Friday tutorial is already planned and uploaded. That's on the 30th. Saturday is the 1st. And if I can record my shout out Saturday today, then I get to check off Saturday's shout out thing. And then Sunday is the 2nd. I've already got the 2nd recorded. That's my Sunday reading. So having a weekly, monthly planner is really, really good. And then here is May's monthly things. I have in one little quarter here is some holidays, including Memorial Day and Pentecost. And then there's like a list of monthly goals. Which I think is a good thing to have. And then I think now I'm beginning to find a good balance, because sometimes with the daily goals and the weekly goals, my goals are a little bit too ambitious, and then I wind up not completing them because I'm an old guy and I need sleep and I need rest and I need to just sit and vegetate. I can't. do YouTube. I can't watch YouTube. I can't crochet all day long. So I was making goals a little too ambitious, but I've learned a balance just in using that planner. I think that having a planner like that, I started out with there's a planner tool in the Google Suite that you can find if you have Gmail. Like in the corner, there's a thing where you can click and you get all these different other Google things. And I was using that. Hi, Elizabeth. Who else have I missed? Okay. Let's see. Oh, Blind Stitches suggests Think Media. Make a note of that. The thing is, there's always so much to learn and so many things I could look at, whether it's reference material, whether it's videos about how to do things better. And I mean, we're talking about doing YouTube as a channel, whether we're talking about editing videos. There is so much to learn, and it becomes overwhelming sometimes. So that's another place where I have to draw the line and say, is it good enough? And, you know, is it brain surgery? Are people gonna die if I do this wrong? And most of the time, the answer is no. And what is right, what is wrong? I prefer to think in terms of better or not quite so good. Yes, Mark observes that that time does go by more quickly as we get older. I do need a lot more rest nowadays. Naughty Knitting Sex agrees. She says she's always more ambitious than she has time in the day for. Yeah. And Mark says not worrying about perfection. Ashley, be as talkative as you would like. So I'm keeping an eye on the time because 3 o'clock we go to see Brenda the newbie crocheter, and I'm going to see if I can drop her link right now. Hey, Linda, that is the beauty of a crochet. There is no right or wrong way. Exactly, Linda, exactly. Each one crochets in the way that is right for them. So, at 3 o'clock, which looks like it's 11 minutes away, we're going to go and see Brenda the newbie crocheter. I just dropped her link. And if any of the moderators noticed how I did that, you're welcome to do it again. Exactly, Mark. Thinking and worrying too much, which is what happens to us when we think along perfectionist lines. Oh, hi, Gail Stellar. I didn't notice you come in. I'm glad you're here. Hi, Lori. I'm always glad to see you. Ashley Vincent says her heart says she's just the right amount of ambitious, but her yarn stash disagrees. Exactly. Exactly. Actually, I have been gifted with a huge amount of yarn recently, an intimidating amount of yarn, actually. And most of you know that I have this Hat Not Hate contest going on, and a lot of that yarn is going to go into prizes for that contest. I haven't quite determined exactly what the prizes are, but I have had some amazing donations from pattern creators, including the entire thumb drive that Crystal Bagoday sells. She's providing that as a donated prize. The whole thumb drive, 300 patterns. I mean, I don't know how to deal with that. I'm just super excited about that. Hello, Tiger Dragon Girl. I'm glad to see you. I didn't notice when you came in. Tiger says that she starts every day with a positive thought and keeps that positive thought in mind for the day. Oh, yes. I'm just starting to work with affirmations again. In fact, I saw something, I guess I saw it yesterday, but you know, this whole big full moon that we were supposed to experience yesterday, it was special because it was closer to the Earth than it usually is, and they call it a pink moon. I don't know whether it was pink, but I think that the name comes from the Native American traditions of calling the moons by the different seasons. In any case, a lot of people, I crochet by night. Regarding that moon, a lot of people consider that a really, really good time for new starts, for new starts, for new changes, for whatever you need to change or reassess in your life. And I don't think there's ever a bad time for that. In any case, I don't know whether it's coincidence or not. I know it was not a cause and effect thing, but I have been thinking more about affirmations lately. And the thing about affirmations is that you make a statement that is in the present tense. It is not, I will be successful, I will be this, I will be that. It is, I am successful. So my affirmation in the past day or two has been, I have a positive attitude. And for many of you who know me, that might be a bit of a change, but it's something to work on, and I have a positive attitude. Okay. Oh, Linda is leaving us, and I'm so glad you were here, Linda. You always add to every meeting you're in. Crochet by Night says hi. Just stopped in for a moment. Nixie Pixie agrees that Crystal is very kind. Oh, Whisper says she just got her men their snacks. Whisper has a hunky husband and a couple of hunky sons. So, you know, she's a pretty lucky lady. Let's see. It is now 2:55. So in the next 5 minutes, we're just going to close up And we're going to move over to Brenda, and we're going to see what we can do. I see that we have 14 people here and 28 thumbs up. We have exactly twice as many thumbs up as we have people in the room right now. How cool is that? Trisha, you always impress me. Oh. Trisha, since you're local, we really need to meet. We really do. Let's talk offline about that. Whisper says she makes good-looking kids. I would agree. I would agree. Yeah. Not a bad-looking lady yourself, actually. Not that I'm not good at assessing ladies, but... Anyway. Mark says I'm too naughty. I think I'm just naughty enough. What do you think? Anyway, just another thing. If you haven't clicked the subscribe button, if you haven't, liked this this broadcast, hit the subscribe, hit the like, hit the bell, the whole YouTube stuff. The subscribe sign came from Brenda, where I'm going to send you in a second. Thank you, Mark, for posting the command for Brenda. Let's see if it comes up. Thank you, Nightbot. Yes, exactly. And I'm going to actually let you all go, and thank you for joining me. And actually, it has been fun. It always is. I'm very thankful that my computer is working again, that my audio is okay, and you guys seem to think that it's doing just fine. Even if there is sometimes some background noise, but you know what? Life goes on. Life is full of challenges. Exactly. Anyway. Exactly. Okay, I'm going to let you all go. Please go over to Brenda. I'm just gonna take a quick look at the description and make sure I've included everything before I join you over there. But please go over to Brenda, and I see that Mark just posted Brenda's notification. So if you scroll up a little bit, you will see Brenda's link. And thank you all for joining me. It's been lovely, and toodles. Keep coming back. Bye-bye.